It's April Davis PI. It's April 23rd, 2025, and I have a wonderful announcement to make. Breaking news here from Los Angeles regarding the Los Angeles Zoo. The surviving elephants, Billy and Tina, will finally be relocated from the LA Zoo to the Elephant Experience and Preserve in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the Tulsa Zoo. I can't even describe my emotions. I've tried to record this multiple times and had to stop because of my happy tears. As you know, this has been a fight. Angelinos have fought for years. Bob Barker was the leader of this fight, trying to get the remaining elephants removed. For years, I would go there and I would visit Billy and Jewel. Billy was in obvious distress. It was just horrific to witness. I've signed every petition that I could to get him out of there. I've even spoken to zookeepers and some of the elephant tour guides at the zoo in a nice way. But Billy, currently age 40, and Tina, 59, they are planning to relocate them. Sadly, Jewel, age 61, my favorite, she passed away in 2023. She just couldn't handle the stress any longer. Shanzi, who I had just met at my last visit to the zoo, she passed at age 53 in 2024. So the only two that are left are Billy and Tina. Tina is quite up there in age. The facility that they're moving to is a 17-acre facility. As I mentioned, Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's 36,000, actually it's 17 acres, but the barn, the elephant barn, is 36,650 square feet. And there's also a 10-acre wooded elephant preserve. There's currently a herd of 5. They plan to introduce them to their new herd. They will have a tremendous amount of space there compared to the LA Zoo. Now, the LA Zoo does have one of the largest elephant enclosures of all zoos in the United States, but it's inadequate. Like I said, I've witnessed the suffering that these animals have gone through for years. I wasn't able to get to the zoo 2019, 2020 because of cancer, breast cancer, and then COVID. When I did go back a few years ago, many of the animals had passed away. There had been a couple of elephants that had been added. I have video of, I believe, Shanzi and Tina. I'm going to put it at the end of this video. I'll find all the zoo videos I can. Some of those videos, or most all, were filmed when I was just a brand new YouTuber. So, you know, they're not as good as they could be. But it's all I have due to physical issues. I have not been able to get back there in quite some time since I filmed my last video there. I'm also a big supporter of Reggie the alligator there, who also, by the way, needs to be in a much larger enclosure. I'm sorry I'm so emotional. I know that Bob Barker, there are tears. I can feel his tears coming down today. His happy tears from heaven. The only thing I wish that they would announce is a date. I'd like to know the date that this is actually going to happen, because they have no planned date for this, which makes me a little suspect of this announcement. I'd like to know when it's going to happen, how is it going to happen, how they're going to get them there safely. And for my relatives in Tulsa, if these two make it there, I'd sure appreciate that you go to the zoo, take some video, send it my way, and I'll put it up on YouTube for you. Everybody, stay tuned. I'm going to go through my archives here and try to find what footage that I have of the zoo. Please enjoy and continue to support the LA Zoo. Thank you. This is April Davis PI, and we are back at the LA Zoo. It's not as crowded here today as it was on Memorial Day. On Memorial Day, I couldn't even get into this parking lot, so I decided to wait a day and come back. There's not a lot of exhibits that are open since COVID and the zoo closure. If you want to see some animals, you may want to watch my prior LA Zoo video that I took last week. I'll link it in the top right hand corner of this video. Well, this is what we found at the zoo now. There's a lot of chains and gates that block the animals because these animals, some of them are vulnerable to COVID, so we can't really see them very well. Well, here we go again. This is only my second day at the zoo after my 3-year-plus medical illness hiatus, but here is another part of the zoo that is sadly closed. These are the caves that are near the nursery. Well, here's the entrance to another cave that's a little further from the nursery. I don't know if we'll be able to film in here due to the darkness, but let's see what we get. This is always a fun part of the zoo. A lot of people don't explore these caves. There's incredible artwork on the wall of the caves. Wow. I don't think they have any animals in these caves like the other ones that are closed. Wow, there's just not much to see here today, is there? And here is another exhibit that is closed. This is just incredible. There's so much to close. The swan exhibit is closed. The flamingos are held back from the public. The Tasmanian devils are not there. It's very, very sad what COVID has done to this world. Well, this area is the Kids Corner Petting Zoo, and apparently it has closed as well. I'm going to come over to Muriel's Ranch. That is also closed. Wow, there is a huge part of this zoo that has been so adversely affected by COVID. I don't want this video to be a downer, but this is pretty incredible how much of the zoo is not functioning. My favorite part is the bird show. That is closed as well. There are a few animals here, but they are not allowed to be seen. Here's another vulnerable species sign. There's supposedly an American badger in here. This actually used to be an enclosure many, many years ago that had a mountain lion. It kind of made me sad because it was very, very small. I do not see the American badger. I hope he or she is in there. But you can't see that either. Well, here we are at the abandoned and empty swan enclosure. There were these beautiful black swans that used to live here. I don't know what happened to them. But they're gone as well. How sad. Here is the flamingo enclosure that I was talking about, and they are also behind a gate. I can hear them and see them and definitely smell them. They are also cordoned off.
Yeah, I like pink white.
There goes the tram. Looks like an upgrade from the last time I was here. And here are the Asian elephants. I missed them on my last trip. I'm so happy I got to see them. These are the females.
you trying to pick me up?
I don't see Billy. They usually keep him separate from the girls. Gosh, it's been so long I can't remember their names. I'll have to look that one up for you. Wow, it's so nice to see them. It's been at least 3 years. How nice. Oh, I just love them. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just love them. I remember the old zoo. Yeah, I know that dates me, but I remember the old zoo. It was just down the street from here when I was a baby, and I could actually feed the elephants. That is not allowed here. Oh, unbelievable. Gorgeous, gorgeous creatures. Now this is one of my favorite parts of the zoo. Welcome to the rainforest of the Americas. Oh, I love it. They built this just a few number of years ago. Hopefully my howler monkeys are still here. Here we have some red-bellied piranhas, and they have grown a lot since I last saw these guys. Wow. A Laturo stingray. Never saw this guy before. Wow. I don't know how he fits into the rainforest, but that's amazing. Oh my gosh. What a little sweetie. There. They're really the gentlest creatures on earth. And here's a polka dot stingray. The stingrays have a bad reputation because of Steve Irwin, but actually they are the most gentlest of creatures, and they wouldn't hurt anybody unless they felt the need to defend themselves. How beautiful. Well, I'm not sure where they are, but the giant river otter exhibit appears to be empty as well. The water's running, but I don't see the otters. They're usually going down the slide and coming down the back side. Well, they're still here. There is a chain separating the public from the exhibit. Once again, another vulnerable species. But there she is. I don't remember her name, but when she had a baby, she showed it to me a few years ago. She was so happy to see me, she actually recognized me because I would visit her enclosure so often. And she waited until the males were back in the corner, and she showed me her baby. The females are this sort of a tan, and the males are black. They are the black howler monkey. Wow, I'm so happy to see her. I was hoping she was still here. She was one of my favorites. And I remember when she had the baby, she had a boy. Oh my gosh. I see a couple of them up there. That must be Dad and the son. And I remember the dad was very aggressive towards her, even when she had her little baby, because of the zookeeper was here doing some feedings of some fresh fruit. And the male was very aggressive towards the female, who was just trying to protect her baby, I remember. Well, that baby isn't a baby anymore. It's sitting up on a perch at the back end of the enclosure. Now at night they take them out of here and they put them in this little building right here. There's a little tunnel that they walk through. So they are out of this exhibit at night. They're just here during the day for the public. I wish I could remember her name. It seemed to me that it might have been a Spanish name. I knew his name, I knew her name, I knew the baby's name. Wow, a lot has happened. I am just so thrilled to have seen her. This has made it worth my trip today. Even with all these enclosures that are roped off or closed, I am so happy that I got to see the elephants and I got to see the female black howler. Oh, she's just so gorgeous. In this section of the rainforest, there used to be a giant spider, like one of the world's largest spiders. I don't see him here anymore. There were also these little monkeys. I'll have to look it up before I make this edit. But they're very tiny with long white tails. They're super small. They're my niece's favorite, and they had 2 of them here, along with a toucan. And the toucan is missing, and those 2 little monkeys are missing. The caiman, the mini caiman, is missing. And the big giant spider is missing. I am so shocked. Well, apparently the female jaguar is out in her enclosure, but I don't see her. They are down to 2, a male and a female, but they keep them separate. The male that I was familiar with was Stewie, and he has been sent to another zoo. One of the females that I knew from the past, she sadly passed away. So I don't know where they got the new male from, but Stewie, he was my buddy. I actually sponsored him. He is not here anymore. So apparently the replacement male, who they keep separate from the lone female, is out in this enclosure. So I guess nobody would want to walk in there. Oh, it's sponsored by Betty White Ludden. Wow, I just saw that on the sign. Thanks, Betty. And off in the distance is the Angela Collier World of Birds Theater, also closed due to the pandemic. Well, here we are. We're here to see Reggie today. Yeah, Reggie's been here exactly 15 years and 1 day. Captured May 24th, 2007 at Lake Machado, Harbor City neighborhood of Los Angeles. Let's give him a look. Hey Reggie, long time no see. There's his girlfriend, Tina. She came from the Pasadena Humane Society. A number of years later, they get along. How you doing, Reg? Reggie was first seen in Lake Machado in 2005. The crocodile hunter actually came out in the summer of 2006, promising to return in the spring of 2007 with camera crews to catch him. Sadly, Steve Irwin was killed by a short-tailed stingray a few weeks later, and obviously never made it back to Los Angeles to catch Reggie. So the city of LA installed a fence around the lake and waited. And on May 24th, 2007, Reggie stepped out of the lake to sunbathe on the nice green grass. And that was the day he was brought here. He was in this enclosure for a total of 6 days. And on day 6, The zookeepers came to the zoo and found that he had escaped his enclosure. He was found several hundred yards away by a loading dock entrance and has since been at this location. He's just chilling today.
It seems like that. There they are. Look over there. You can see where they live.
Well, here's my favorite part of the zoo. As much as I have been in love with Reggie for years, these are my favorites, the giraffes. If you look right there in the middle, there's a baby just born. One of the largest babies ever to be born. I think the largest baby ever to be born at the zoo. It's a little boy. I'll have to check my stats, but I think he was 6'2". Hey, how you doing there, baby? Hi. I haven't seen you guys for so long. How are you, honey? Oh my gosh. Hi there. Oh, I wish I could feed you. Apparently that's not allowed anymore. New pandemic rules, no giraffe feedings. Something I've always wanted to do. Oh, I'm so happy that I lived to see this baby. Haven't been here in over 3 years because of health struggles. And now, here's the baby. Oh my gosh. You're just gorgeous. In fact, let me look. Oh, this is probably the mother because she's, yeah. Oh wow, this is the mama. And I can see her udders or breast. Yes. And here comes her baby. Oh my gosh. Wow. We'll have to see if they've named him yet. Yep, that's the mama. Hi there, baby. I couldn't wait to come see you today. Oh yes, the baby is nursing. What an unbelievable sight. Right here in the middle of the city of Los Angeles, there's a nursing giraffe. And I bet this would be Dad right here. Hi, Dad. Hello, I haven't seen you in a while either. Nice to see you guys. Wow, what a beautiful baby you made. Oh, how nice. The mom and the dad and the baby all in one shot. Well, I have to correct myself. I just found out that the baby over here was actually born at 6'7", the largest ever bird at the LA Zoo. He's hard to see, but there's an orangutan. He keeps moving around. I've seen him many, many times. He's been here a long time at the zoo. We're just getting a butt shot right now. Campo Gorilla. Here we are at the gorilla exhibit, and there is a baby. Oh my goodness! Like moving so effortlessly.
Don't die. Or like the dad.
Wow. There's a kangaroo. And a little one. Half in the pouch and half out of the pouch. Wow, we're seeing babies all day today. Baby gorilla, baby giraffe, and now a baby kangaroo. A little Joey.
In the pouch.
Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Hey Sue, this is April Davis PI, and you're going to be on YouTube. You are an LA Zoo docent.
Yes.
So can you explain that and explain this exhibit here?
Well, this is the gray kangaroos, and this right here is Mommy. And right now she's not looking toward us.
Okay.
But the young one is just out of the pouch, and he is called a flyer. Now she gives 3 types of milk.
Okay.
She has a Joey in utero, a Joey in the pouch, and the Joey that's not out of the pouch is the flyer. And each gets different milk. And
Very
that's-
interesting.
So she will give birth to the next Joey at the right time.
Thank you so much, Sue.
You're very welcome.
Well, I was a little worried for a moment. I thought perhaps Reg had gotten out. Looked pretty real from afar. Dude, your creek is running out of water. This is some sort of a South Asian crocodile. There's 2 of them here. How you doing there? Haven't seen you guys either in like over 3 years. So nice to see you again.
It's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed.